good night, or good morning, or wherever you are tuning in from. Thank you for tuning in to the Internal Magic Podcast. I am your host, Spiritual Marcus, and we deal with all things internal on this podcast. What I got burning on my altar today, I have me some unlocked incense. So just in case people be wondering, where I get my incense from, you can get it from any smoke shop. Got the unlock because we're all about unlocking here on the Internal Magic Podcast. I also have the pink candle that's lit on my altar right now. And let's see what those things are going to help me in my transformation, because remember, that's what we do. We do not do anything unless it's being used for our transformation. We don't put on any, crystals. We don't put anything on our altars unless it's going to aid in our excuse me. Not unless it's going to aid in our transformation, right? So the pink candle I have on there is self love, emotional healing, compassion, receiving, inner child care. Because we know that's what you need to get back to. Forgiveness. Come on now. We all have a problem with that, right? Gentle confidence. Speaking of, that's the reason why I have the pyrite that's around my neck right now. So if any of you guys don't know about the pyrite, it's you know, another one of the stones and crystals that you can put on your altar or on yourself. Mm, that is chlorophyll. I'm trying to make sure everything you guys got to be feeding you guys's body with the stuff that's going to help you aid in your transformation. Because eating at McDonald's and all these other places is going to completely block you. So, you know, if you want to become an internal being, which will make you a sovereign being, these are the types of things you're going to have to do. So let's say general confidence, relationship harmony, and that can be family, work, romantic, and creative tenderness. Woo, interesting. It says allowing inspiration to develop without forcing it. I think that's kind of interesting. So, you know, what do you have on your altar? What are you wearing on yourself that is going to transform you, your internal world, so we can begin to build up our internal world so it can manifest outwardly in our reality, right? That's what we're trying to do, you know. And like I said, I see a lot of people online spreading, talking about a whole lot of different knowledge. And trust me, that stuff is not going to help you. Start here first. You got to be able to, can't be afraid of shadow work. You cannot be afraid to do the internal work. You gotta, you know, implement meditation. Like I was saying, give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. So, with that being said, today I'm going to be talking about using the astrological, signs, or the seasons to build your internal world, right? So, you know, let's see right now. Let's see. Let's check and see. So now we are in the, let's see, we are in Leo season. Shout out to the Leos. It starts tomorrow, right? Starts tomorrow. So we're going to be talking about using Leo to help you with your internal transformation, right? So yeah, starts tomorrow. So shout out to the Leos. Drop a comment. We appreciate all of the support. And as well, we do have the Chaos Beings brand, chaosbeings.etsy.com. Check it out. It's on all of my social medias. And yeah, so I appreciate it. Please, we have hoodies, hats, crew necks, and all of that. So, you know, we are going to start using each astrological season to build our internal world. You know, make sure, guys, you subscribe to the podcast if you're ready to strengthen your internal world. You know what I'm saying? Because today I want to introduce a practice. Now, this is a internal magic practice based off of me doing my work, right? Me doing my internal work. I'm just passing on some knowledge to you guys in regards to how I do my internal work, right? So I want to introduce a practice that can completely change the way we experience astrology, right? Instead of only using astrology to describe our personalities, predict events, or explain why we feel a certain way. I want to start using each monthly astrological season to intentionally build our internal world. Every month, the sun moves into different zodiac signs, right? Into a zodiac sign, right? And when that happens, the collective atmosphere changes. So we want to get you guys taking advantage of this energy while we're in these seasons. A different archetype steps forward, a different set of qualities become available for us to study, embody, balance, and integrate, right? Aries season carries a different energy than Taurus season. Taurus season teaches us something different from Gemini season, right? Cancer takes us into a different internal room than Leo season. Each sign represents particular form of consciousness, right? Each sign has a gift. Take advantage of these gifts. Each sign has a shadow. Each sign possesses a lesson that can help us become more complete. And you do not have to be born under a particular sign to work with that energy. You have every zodiac sign somewhere inside your birth chart. That means you contain all 12 archetypes. You contain the Aries that knows how to begin. You contain the Taurus that knows how to stabilize. You contain the Gemini that knows how to think and communicate. You contain the Cancer that knows how to feel and protect. You contain the Leo that knows how to create and shine. You contain the Virgo that knows how to organize and refine, right? You contain the Libra that knows how to relate and harmonize. You contain the Scorpio that knows how to transform. You contain the Sagittarius that knows how to search for meaning. You contain the Capricorn that knows how to build, right? You contain the Aquarius that knows how to liberate. And and you contain the Pisces that knows how to surrender and return to spirit. The zodiac is not just a collection, people, of personality types. It's a complete developmental system. It's an internal wheel. And as the sun travels Through that wheel every year, we are given 12 opportunities to work on different parts of ourselves. This means the year itself can become a spiritual curriculum. That's what I want to get you guys to do. That's what I tell you guys to get these journals for, right? Instead of allowing every month to pass unconsciously, we can ask, what is this astrological season trying to develop inside me? You guys just think that, you know, February just rolls by and just go about your daily life and not taking advantage of the energy. Mm. What part of my internal world is being activated? What gift am I being invited to embody? What shadow am I being asked to confront? What practice belongs to this season? That is how astrology becomes internal magic, people. Astrology should help us build. Many people using astrology only to label themselves, right? They say I'm a Scorpio, so this is just how I am. I'm a Gemini, so I can change my mind, right? I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn. I'm a Leo, so I need attention. Leos, do y'all need attention? Crazy. I'm a Pisces, so I'm emotional, but astrology should not become an excuse to remain unconscious. Your chart may explain a tendency, but it does not remove your responsibility to work with that tendency. Astrology should prove awareness, not imprisonment. The purpose of knowing your energy is to use it consciously. If I know that I possess emotional intensity, I can learn how to transform that intensity into focus, creativity, intimacy, and spiritual depth. If you guys gonna be over here with the Internal Magic podcast, we gonna be some deep MFers. I'm telling you. Everybody's gonna be. I know people that come around me. Oh my God, the energy changes up. I'm telling you. Especially carrying that Scorpio depth that a lot of people can't handle. I naturally trigger, I mirror, and I trigger people, and I understand that about myself. So, you know, we trying to get you guys, you know, on these levels, right? Every astrological gift has a mature expression and a immature expression. Every sign contains medicine and poison. The energy itself is not automatically good or bad. The outcome depends on the level of consciousness expressing it. Aries can become courage or reckless aggression. Taurus can become stability or stagnation. Gemini can become intelligent communication or scattered confusion. Cancer can become emotional wisdom or emotional manipulation. Leo can become creative radiance or insecure performance. Virgo can become sacred refinement or destructive perfectionism. Libra teaches us to balance. Scorpio teaches us to transform. Sagittarius teaches us to expand. Capricorn teaches us to build. Aquarius teaches us to liberate. Pisces teaches us to surrender. Every year, the sun takes us through this entire cycle. If we consciously work with each season, we can use the year to build a more complete version of ourselves. Aries season, right? Aries season, courage. Aries season teaches us how to begin. This is the time to examine where fear has kept us waiting, right? What have you been thinking about but refusing to start? Where are you waiting for somebody else to give you permission? Aries give us the fire to move. The goal is not to become impulsive, people. The goal is to become courageous. During Aries season, begin one thing you have been postponing. Your affirmation is I give myself permission to begin. Taurus season, right? Stability. Don't y'all know some Taurus people? Woo, man. And that's my, spiritual half too. So I have to learn how to become like a Taurus. I have to use that energy for my development, right? Stability. Taurus season teaches us how to create a foundation. This is the time to examine our body, home, finances, values, and routines. We cannot build a peaceful life on top of constant instability. Taurus reminds us that spiritual visions need physical support. During Taurus season, improve one foundation. Organize your money, care for your body, clean your space, or establish a consistent routine. Your affirmation is I am creating a stable foundation for the life I desire, right? That's what we do. That's how you're going to use that energy. Gemini season, communication. Gemini season teaches us to work with our thoughts and words. Pay attention to what you repeatedly tell yourself now. Are your words building your confidence or reinforcing your fear? Right? That's the beauty of Gemini. Gemini also asks whether we are communicating clearly with other people. How's your communication skills? How are your communication skills with at work? Is it always, what I'm saying, all over the place, chaotic, scattered, too many misunderstandings? During Gemini season, clean up your internal conversation and have one honest conversation externally. For Gemini, your affirmation is my words support the reality I'm building, right? So use that Gemini energy. We're not in the season of it yet, but you know, but use it. Cancer season, emotional safety. Cancer season teaches us how to nurture our internal world. This is a time to examine our emotions, family patterns, memories, and need for safety. Ask yourself, what does my internal world feel like when I'm alone? Do I feel safe inside me? Do you? Unbelievable. But we're working on it. You good. They are the ones with the issues, right? You know what I'm saying? During cancer season, create a peaceful environment for your nervous system because we got to get our nervous systems in check. Rest, spend time near water. I can't swim, but I love being around water. I'm a water sign, right? Care for your home or reconnect with your younger self. You know, like I said, remember the exercise we doing going through each grade of your when you were in school, and you that use that exercise. That's what that's talking about, right? So the affirmations for cancers, for you cancer lovers, I'm creating emotional safety within myself. You need to be secure about you. You don't depend on the outside world. Leo season. We are in Leo season now. Shout out to the Leos, baby. Drop a comment. Drop the Leo emoji in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So Leo season confidence. Because if you lacking confidence, Leo season is the best time tomorrow. Start tapping into that energy. You know what I'm saying? It teaches us confidence, creativity, visibility, and joy. This is the time to examine where we have been hiding. There is something inside you that wants to be expressed. Leo reminds us that somebody else's light does not reduce our own. During Leo season, create something and allow it to be seen, speak, teach, or record, perform, dress boldly, or share an idea. You a creative genius in this mug. What are you doing? All them business ideas in your head, you need to tap in. If you're gonna be over here at the Internal Magic Podcast, you need to be. We need to get you tapped in. You know, in your affirmation for Leo season, and you can use this. Any kind of way, whether it be on your altar whether it be, on yourself, is allow my internal light to become visible. You need to be seen. People love you. What are you doing? Why are you, hey, I'm shy too, but hey, you see me doing these lessons. You see me doing this podcast, right? Virgo season, discipline. Virgo season teaches us how to improve our lives through daily practice. Inspiration may help us begin, but discipline helps us continue. This is the time to examine our habits, health, work, and routines. Do not attempt to fix everything at once, because this is a we chipping off piece by piece. Because during Virgo season, improve one habit that affects your future. For Virgos, it's coming up. Y'all finna get y'all time too. The affirmation for you guys is my daily discipline gives my vision physical form. Right? Man, that unlock is popping. You know what I'm saying? Virgos, what up? You know what I'm saying? What's up? All righty. Libras, balance, right? Balance, balance. You know, Libra teaches us about relationships, harmony, fairness, and balance, right? This is the time to examine what happens when our internal world meets another person, right? Now we're dealing with people. Can you remain yourself inside a relationship? Because a lot of y'all be losing yourself. Y'all look up 2 years later, you a completely different person. Mm. You've been led astray off of a relationship. Boy, relationships can be tricky, man. Learn to harmonize. You know, are you creating peace or are you avoiding a necessary truth? During Libra season, examine one relationship and correct something that has become unbalanced. Libra, your affirmation is I create harmony without abandoning myself. Get on that Libra energy, boy. You know what I'm saying? They tapped in. Them Libras are tapped in, boy. I'm telling you. I'm trying to learn balance myself, right? Scorpios, right? Transformation. Scorpio season teaches us how to release what has been completed its purpose. You don't need it no more. That ship done ran its course. That relationship done ran its course. Why are you still holding on? You cannot move forward by holding on to things that have run their course. It ran its course. Get rid of it. That's what Scorpios are good at. You know, I'm always spring cleaning. I gets rid of everything. I don't keep nothing around. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to do some spring cleaning, call a Scorpio for sure. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio season, transformation. It teaches us to release, right? What has completed its purpose. This is the time to look beneath the surface, right? We got to get under there. We got to get the all that dirt off from under there. You know what I'm saying? Cause what you hiding? What you hiding, bro? What you hiding? What you don't want nobody to see? You come around the Scorpio, we're gonna dig it out real fast and say, "Oh, okay, I get it." Keep it pushing. What pattern are you ready to end? Where have you given away your power? Because Scorpio, they about power. They not about, we don't play. When it comes to power dynamics, we will win. Trust me. Mental kings over here, boy. Scorpio reminds us that transformation requires honesty. Why you lying? Damn. It is not that serious. We living during a time where you can just be yourself, do whatever you want to do. Why you gotta lie? That's so crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So for the Scorpios out there, Scorpio, your affirmation is I release what has expired and reclaim my power. If that relationship took your power away, guess what? It gotta go because it's interfering in your transformation and what's more important, your growth or being powerless. And I don't know about y'all, old Marty is powerful. That's for sure, for sure. Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius. I don't know why I was at this like weird connection with Sagittarius. I don't know why, but I love them. You know what I'm saying? And during Sagittarius season, expansion, it teaches us to expand our minds and our vision. You got a good business idea. Why you keep delaying it? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to start getting these. We're in the age of Aquarius. It's time to start, you know, we 5D people. Now we are starting to manifest our own reality now. That's the time that when we are manifesting our own reality in front of us. That is the time that we in, and that's where doing the internal work will pay off. You know, so um, with Sagittarius, this is a time to examine examine your beliefs. Did you consciously choose what you believe, or did you inherit it from somewhere else, i.e., social media? You know, Sagittarius reminds us that life becomes smaller when we stop learning. You ain't got to know all this stuff. I'm telling you, come over to internal magic and get this internal work, baby. I know y'all love Bobby. I know y'all love Panic. I know y'all love all these different, you know, people that laid the foundation, but you got to start focusing on you. You know what I'm saying? During Sagittarius season, study something new, visit a different environment, or reconsider an old belief. Your affirmations is I allow truth to expand me beyond my old identity because now you a whole new being. You a supreme being now. You got this. Capricorn season, structure. You know what I'm saying? Capricorn season. It teaches us how to build. A dream needs structure if we want to survive. This is the time to examine our goals, plans, boundaries, and responsibilities. Ask yourself, am I building that, what can continue even when I do not feel motivated? That's a tough one too. To be able to stay motivated when you're only getting 20 views, 5 likes, 1 comment, that's hard. That's tough. Tap into the Capricorn energy and it will keep you going. Trust me. Put some Capricorn, think like things on your altar. you know, During Capricorn season, take one long term goal and break it into smaller actions. Capricorns, your affirmation is I move as the structure. I move as the structure, not the seeker. Aquarius, liberation. I love Aquarius, but whew, y'all tough, right? It teaches us freedom, originality, community, and future thinking. This is the time to examine where we are still performing for acceptance. You ain't got to do that. There's a lot of fake people on social media. Trust me. And I know them Aquarius be spotting them out, boy. You know, they don't play that shit, boy. And that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? This is the time to examine where we are still performing for acceptance. What outdated rule are you following? What part of yourself have you hidden to fit in? Aquarius reminds us that our individuality can become a contribution to the collective. So you got to be you. And if you're struggling with that, tap into that Aquarius energy. Trust me, you're going to be a okay. You know what I'm saying? During Aquarius season, break one outdated pattern and try something different. Your affirmation, Aquarius, my individuality is a contribution to the collective. Pisces season, surrender Pisces season. Pisces season completes the astrological cycle. It teaches intuition, imagination, spiritual connection, and release. This is the time to rest, reflect, meditate, and prepare for a new beginning. Surrendering does not mean avoiding responsibility. So, you know, we just need to get you guys, we need to get us, we need to be on that energy, right? We got to continue. We got to continue doing this internal work, right? So let's see here. I just want to make sure we got all the signs, you know what I'm saying? So that way we get everybody get some love today. I just want to know, put it in the comments, what is your sign? You know, what things do you need to, what signs do you want to tap into, you know? Cuz I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? We need to get better. And that's exactly why we are here, right? We got to get you guys on supreme being levels cuz that's exactly what you guys are, right? I know. Goodness gracious. Okay, let me see something here. 1 second. 1 second. Just want to put this stuff in here real quick. Goodness gracious, it's not working. Let's see. Let's go and try this one more time. I appreciate you guys being patient. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think that is it. Please don't be afraid to put some comments in there, man. Trust me, it really does help us out. Please. So, you know, so the monthly internal magic practice at the beginning of every astrological season, ask yourself 4 questions. What is the primary lesson of this sign? Right? We finna move into the next tomorrow. We finna switch signs. So ask yourself, what is the primary lesson for this sign? Where do I need this energy in my life? What lower expression of this energy must I watch? What physical action will represent the higher expression? Keep the practice simple. Choose one quality and one action. If it's Aries season, practice courage. If it's Taurus season, create stability. If it's Gemini season, Gemini season, communicate clearly. If it's Cancer season, nurture yourself. If it is Leo season, become visible. If it's Virgo season, practice discipline. If it's a Libra season, restore balance. If it is Scorpio season, transform something. If it's Sagittarius season, expand. If it's, Capricorn season, create structure. If it's Aquarius season, liberate yourself. If it's Pisces season, release. Do not try to master the entire sign in 1 month. Choose the lesson that applies to you in your life right now. Bring the season to your altar. You can also bring the astrological season into your altar practice. Write down the name of the current sign. Underneath it, write the quality you want to develop. you know, For example, like Aries, courage; Cancer, emotional safety; Virgo, discipline; Scorpio, transformation; Capricorn, structure. Place the intention on your altar. Meditate on it. I told you, meditate on it, right? Visualize yourself embodying it. Remember, visualizations is important. Your brain thinks it's real, right? You can place a an appropriate candle beside it when it is safe. But remember that the altar is not doing the work for you. If you place courage on your altar, you still have to behave courageously. Remember, you got to do the work. This is what you put it on your altar, right? You wearing the crystal for courage, right? That's what you got to do. This is the point of internal work. Doing the work, doing the spiritual work. This is what it means. If you place discipline on your altar, you still have to become consistent. If you place transformation on your altar, you still have to release the expired pattern. The altar give your intention a physical location. Your behavior gives the intention physical life. Expect the lesson to be tested though. You're not just gonna be doing all of this and don't think that you're not gonna get a little pushback. You know what I'm saying? When we choose equality, life may give us an opportunity to practice it. If you choose patience, you may experience a delay. And how are you going to handle that? If you choose boundaries, somebody may challenge your no. If you choose confidence, you may enter a situation where you feel unseen. If you choose discipline, distraction may become more attractive, boy. So you want to scroll on social media all day. Distractions. Do not automatically assume the practice failed, though. Just because you got to remember everything, it is in spirituality, the universe needs to believe that you about what you say you are. So sometimes it's going to take some time, but you go through the 12 signs throughout the year, you're going to notice you're going to be a completely different person. You know, it's easy to believe we are peaceful when nothing is disturbing us. It is easy to believe we have boundaries when nobody is testing them. It is easy to believe we are confident when everybody agrees with us. The quality becomes real when it changes how we respond under pressure. When a test appears, when a test appears, right? Ask, what would the higher expression of this sign do right now? Then act from that level. You know, that's what you're going to have to do. This is called doing the internal work. Every month, at the beginning of the season, write down the current sign, the quality you are developing, the action you will take. And at the end of the season, ask, what did this sign reveal about me? Where did I embody the higher expression? Where did I return to an old pattern? What else am I carrying forward? Do not use the journal to judge yourself, because I hope you guys got them journals cracking off. Use it to observe yourself. If you practice this for one complete astrological year, you will have a record of your internal development. Come on now, stop playing with me. Ain't nobody talking about this right now. Ain't nobody telling you how to do the internal work. This annoys me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Alrighty. So if you practice this for one complete astrological year, you will have a record of your internal development. You will see where you began, where you became stable, where you changed your thinking, where you created emotional safety, where you allowed yourself to be seen, where you developed discipline, where you restored balance, where you performed, where you expanded, where you created structure, where you liberated yourself, and where you surrendered. I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna look up a year later, you're gonna be like, damn, I'm a whole spiritual supreme being right now. Can't with me. That's how you're gonna be thinking. And then guess what? The manifestations about to start cracking. Do not give astrology your authority. Astrology should make us more self-aware. Because remember, we building up that awareness. We increasing our consciousness is increasing, right? You know what I'm saying? So it should make us more self-aware, not more fearful. The signs can reveal energy, the planets can reveal timing, our birth chart can reveal patterns, but we still have choices. Do not use astrology to excuse harmful behavior. Just because you're a Pisces don't mean you can act a certain way. That means you're limiting yourself. You got a whole nother signs that's sitting up here waiting for you to tap into. Do not use a difficult transit as a reason to expect disaster. Do not let a prediction convince you that you have no authority over your own consciousness. Astrology is a mirror. A mirror can show you what is present, but it cannot make the correction for you. The chart gives us the chart, it gives us information, right? The astrological charts. Internal magic teaches us how to use that information to build ourselves. I'm telling you, start here first. I need all the spiritual gangsters to put something in the comments for me right now. You know what I'm saying? So, in closing in closing, every astrological season brings us a different tool. Aries brings us courage. Taurus brings us stability. Gemini brings communication. Cancer brings emotional safety. Leo brings confidence. Virgo brings confidence. Libra brings balance. Scorpio brings transformation. Sagittarius brings expansion. Capricorns bring structure. Aquarius brings liberation. Pisces brings surrender. The entire zodiac signs exist inside us. Every month, the sun shines light on another part of our consciousness. The question is whether we are paying attention, right? We do not have to wait until our birthday season to work with astrology. We can use every sign, we can use every month, we can use the entire astrological year to build a complete internal world. That's why you see me commenting those world emojis. And you know what? Put world in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Put it. So when the sun enters a new sign, ask, what is this season trying to build inside me? What pattern is it asking me to confront? What quality is it asking me to embody? And what action will prove that I received the lesson? Right? Choose one quality, choose one action, then follow through. The astrological season gives us the lesson. Our eternal world receives the instruction. Our physical action proves that we understood it. That is how we start using every astrological season to build our internal world. And with that, and that is your internal magic practice for the month. So use the energy for your advantage. Use it. Don't try to stay fixed on, oh, I'm just a Scorpio or I'm a Capricorn. Like, do you want to limit yourself or do you want to transform yourself? So with that being said, I appreciate all the likes, followers, comments. I appreciate all the love on social media, especially TikTok. Y'all doing y'all thing right now. And with that being said, I'm Spiritual Marcus, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a part of us. Have a good one, people.